Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Before we dive into today's story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up to support the channel. Now let's talk about something that's been causing quite a stir in the WWE Universe. Liv Morgan, the current Women's World Champion, is currently off TV due to an injury she suffered during her match with Kairi Sane on the June 16, 2025 episode of Raw. That night, the match was cut short when Morgan appeared to injure her shoulder. And since then, she's been absent from weekly programming. Reports are already swirling that she could be sidelined for several months. While Liv is healing and staying away from the ring, something happened online that may not sit well with her. Dominic Mysterio, her current on-screen boyfriend, did something subtle but potentially meaningful that fans picked up on immediately. The drama kicked off when Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan's longtime rival, posted about her Evolution 2025 match against IYO Sky. In her post, Ripley reflected on her journey from performing in dark matches at the first all-women premium live event to now headlining this year's show. She gave props to IYO for making history with her and expressed gratitude for being in the main event spotlight. The post drew many reactions from WWE superstars, but the most eye-catching response came from none other than Dominic Mysterio. Dirty Dom liked the post. Now, in the grand scheme of social media, a like might seem insignificant, but this is WWE. For fans who've been following the storyline, that double tap raised eyebrows, especially when you remember that Dominic was once romantically linked to Ripley on screen before he turned on her and joined Liv Morgan in what became one of the most shocking betrayals in recent Raw history. This new development has fans wondering what Dominic's intentions truly are. Is he still emotionally tied to Ripley? Was the like just an accident? Or is he subtly pushing back against Liv Morgan's ever-tightening grip on him? It's worth noting that Dominic has been involved in several Judgment Day segments where another rising star, Roxanne Perez, has shown interest in him. In some of these backstage segments, Dominic hasn't exactly resisted Perez's advances. He's accepted gestures like massages and even chicken nuggets from her, much to Liv Morgan's dismay. Dominic's history of betrayals and mixed signals doesn't help calm the speculation. If he could betray Rhea so easily, could Roxanne become the next woman to capture his attention, especially now that Liv is out of action? WWE fans are all too familiar with how fast on-screen romances can twist and turn, and this one might be setting up for another major shift. The online world erupted the moment Dominic's like on Ripley's post was discovered. WWE's fan base is highly active and quick to screenshot, share, and speculate. Reddit threads and Hex timelines exploded with conversations about whether Dominic was intentionally signaling something or if he simply underestimated how closely people watch his online behavior. What made matters worse was that Dominic was later caught liking a fan-made Instagram post that wasn't exactly flattering toward Liv Morgan. The post took a jab at her current character arc, comparing her manipulative tactics to previous betrayals within Judgment Day. Even though the post was clearly sarcastic, Dominic's like sent fans into overdrive. People started debating whether Dominic agreed with the criticism or if he just didn't realize the storm he would trigger by liking the post. Some fans believe he's growing tired of Liv's psychological manipulation, which has been a huge part of her current on-screen persona. Others think it was a calculated move, possibly part of a larger WWE storyline being teased online before it hits TV. If Dominic's actions were indeed intentional, it could suggest that he's starting to resist Liv's control. Up until now, Liv has been portrayed as a mastermind, pulling Dominic's strings while also climbing to the top of the women's division. Her obsession with Dominic has always come off as a blend of lust, revenge, and mind games, all designed to erase Rhea Ripley's presence from Judgment Day and reassert herself as the dominant female figure in WWE. But maybe that hold isn't as tight as she thinks. If Dominic is beginning to assert himself and push back, Liv may not be prepared for what's coming next. As we've seen before in WWE, one misstep, one crack in the armor, can lead to a massive downfall, especially for someone whose power depends so much on control and perception. Dominic liking the critical post about Liv may have seemed minor, but in today's digital age, where kayfabe blends with real-life drama, even the smallest online gesture can have ripple effects, and those ripples are already turning into waves. Liv's absence from TV due to her injury already places her in a vulnerable position. With SummerSlam season approaching, challengers are lining up, and any sign of instability in her relationship with Dominic could be used against her. There's also the looming possibility of Rhea Ripley's return. Her absence has already left a power vacuum in Judgment Day, and if she comes back to find that Liv has turned the group upside down and potentially turned Dominic into a pawn, there could be hell to pay. Some fans are already speculating that this might all be leading to a Judgment Day reformation. Dominic could be gearing up to align himself with Rhea again, especially as tension within the group seems to be building. Damian Priest and Finn Balor haven't exactly embraced Liv's presence. They've shown signs of doubt, and if Dominic begins questioning her influence too, the entire faction could implode. WWE has a history of planting seeds for long-term storytelling, and this moment might be one of those key turning points. Liv's current status as champion has elevated her visibility, but it has also put a target on her back, both from competitors and from within her own faction. If Dominic truly is starting to rebel, it could lead to a dramatic and emotional arc that plays out over the coming months. For now, Liv has stayed silent on the matter. No response to Dominic's online behavior has surfaced yet, but given her knack for subtle jabs and cryptic social media posts, fans are watching her every move, whether she replies with a veiled threat, an Instagram story filled with hidden meanings, or a promo dripping with venom. It's only a matter of time before she addresses the situation either online or in the ring. At the heart of this entire situation is control. Liv Morgan has built her latest character around the idea of power, manipulation, and dominance. Losing control of Dominic, even slightly, could unravel her entire empire. But the scariest realization for her may not be Dominic leaving, it may be the fact that she needs him far more than he needs her. That kind of imbalance can be dangerous, especially when you're trying to maintain dominance in a division as competitive as Raw's women's roster. If Dominic continues to pull away, or if he starts to show public support for Rhea Ripley or Roxanne Perez, the implications could be massive. Not only would it affect his character's trajectory, but it could also derail Liv's carefully crafted arc. It might even spark a bigger shift within Judgment Day, reshaping WWE factions as we know them. There's also the possibility that Liv fights back harder than ever. She could play the victim, use her injury as leverage, and try to guilt Dominic into staying loyal. Or she could do the opposite, become even more ruthless, setting Dominic up for a betrayal that outdoes anything she's done so far. If WWE wants to build toward a major pay-per-view moment, this storyline already has all the ingredients: jealousy, betrayal, power struggles, and blurred lines between fiction and reality. In the end, Dominic's online actions have become a lightning rod for speculation. What started as a simple like on Instagram has turned into one of the most talked about moments of the summer. Fans are tuning in not just for matches now but for every social media move, every cryptic caption, and every side glance on Raw. This digital drama may turn out to be the fuel behind one of WWE's most explosive storylines heading into the second half of the year. Liv Morgan is still at the top for now, but in WWE, where perception can shift in a heartbeat and alliances crumble just as quickly as they form, that top spot is never secure. Dominic Mysterio may have just shaken the foundation with one tap of his finger, and what happens next could very well determine the fate of not just their on-screen relationship, but the future of Judgment Day and Liv Morgan's reign. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Delu official YouTube channel for more updates.